neither of these two swings are the model. The model's mapped out for Mr. Perfect. Yeah. So the model's the baseline that you draw things from, like we've done with your accumulators and your loading. The system is what you use, right? So that's what the players are applying the system. So it's not the model, taking bits of the model. So we're going to use accumulators, right, and the way they load. So with Mike on the left, you're seeing a gradual loading of accumulator 1, accumulator 2, accumulator 3, and obviously from face on, accumulator 4, the left arm will be travelling. And as a result, when we get to P2, we're seeing a situation where the leading edge of the golf club is very similar to the player's forward bend, maybe a little bit less. Put the correct graphic on. Maybe a little bit less down than what we've been talking about. But you've got leading edge of the club, inclination to the ground. So he's loaded accumulator 3 a little bit more at that point. Right arm softening, wrists have hinged, etc., etc. So it's a gradual loading, isn't it? When we look at Charlie, what we're seeing here is a much different pattern from P1 to P2. So you can see the accumulator 3 has done next to nothing. Accumulator 4, the left arm's moving back. The right arm's softening a little bit, but not a tremendous amount. And at P2, the club is a little bit more out in front of the hands than we see with Mike. So we see a leading edge that is similar to, maybe slightly sort of more toe down than his inclination to the ground. We see a right arm that's maybe not quite as soft, if you will. It's not softening quite as much as Mike's. Accumulator 3 is not loaded as much. Accumulator 2 is not loaded as much. So two different loading patterns now at P2. In my experience, I've seen both of these P2s used as a model. The one on the right is not the model for you because you've got too much of that. The one on the left is a better model for you. Yeah. So the idea of a model, stack and tilt model, is a balanced model, which Mike's demonstrating nicely there. Charlie's demonstrating a reduced amount of accumulator 3 there, isn't it? So it's almost like 0 accumulator 3 to waist level, and then he's going to put a lot in as he approaches the top. So if you then play Mike through P2 to P3, again, everything's happening incrementally, gradually loading. If we play Charlie from P2 to P3, we see that steeper shaft, right elbow sort of retracting a little bit more rather than being sort of externally rotated a little bit more like you see. So that softening of the arm is that external rotation that some players are trying to get in there at the last minute. I mean, you can put it in gradually if you want. That's what Mike's doing there. So different look to the shaft, different look to the elbows. You can see the difference in accumulator 3 at that point as well. So the way you load your accumulators will have a definite effect on that. At the start of the session, you're definitely more this guy, who then needs to shallow it in transition, which means thrusting the hips forward more, dropping the shoulder more, which in turn may lead to getting stuck underneath it. And what we're looking for is just a more gradual load into the top. Both players' legs straightening gradually, right leg, left knee flexing gradually. But at P3, both players have got a little bit more to give. So from P3 to P4 is a continuation of the turning, tilting and extending. What we don't want is a situation where all the extension is in there by P3.
Just lift.
Yeah. So, in regards to your question, which one's the model, I would say in that instance, Mike's more the model than Charlie.
Of course.
Yeah, and it's appropriate, certainly an appropriate model for you, but there's a definite difference between the model and the system. The way the system works is you look at a model, you draw things from it, and say, right, Gary, you need a little bit of this. Someone else, Alex might need a little bit of something else. Yeah. In fact, he did, I think, when we talked about it. Yeah. He actually needed more extension sooner with the right leg. So you use the model to draw the pieces from for you to work on. That's applying the system, isn't it? It's a difference between the two. Now,